The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this Tuesday, the 11th of June. Dow's down 338 to 38,529. Are we going to see the pattern that I call the dreaded H? Let me just show you this right here. We'll do one thing at a time. That's not it there. This is it right here. Price comes down sharply, tries to rally, fails at a peak A or a B, and then rolls over, and we always have to see whether or not the left side low is going to be taken out. That would be 38,000.98. Can you believe a round number low? Big rally up to the most recent rally that was 3 days ago, up on Friday, goes to 39,105. Trading now at 38,519. That pink 9-period moving average has been the clue, just as it was the clue in gold. Look at this, gold. Remember, the 9-period moving average was pink. I said there's a problem there. As long as it remains pink, that puts selling pressure down in the GDX. Sorry, that's in gold. And gold is actually up 6 right now at a huge decline from just the 24,008, I think it was, level, down to 23,000 right here. That was the continuous contract low of 2304.2. That was on Friday. Monday was a little bit of a rally. It got into the body of the candle, and now we're into the body of the candle. I think there should be a little bit of a bounce here. Basically, we're looking at a digestive phase. That's really it. Not yet a one-to-one to the downside. Let's go to the GDX. Right on the Chapman Wave inside track, repellent, a propellant zone, like that pink, like that green. Just really easy. Click, click. You've got 2 lines. And those are your lines that give you a benchmark. Right there it is. See? Held it, and it's doing quite nicely by holding it. Not quite nicely in the sense that it's gone down sharply from 37.87 down to the 33s. It's at 33.66 right now. 4 points. That's a lot for the GDX. But if you look at the weekly chart, it's just a digestive phase. A monthly chart, same thing. So let's just get back to our story. We're looking at the S&P. Now, here's the question. Is this the beginning of something? Look at the stochastics. There's the S&P daily chart on the left. Let's do this slowly. There's no need to rush. We've got all day. So I drew in this trend line from the high that was made on the 16th of May at 5125.49. There was a one-day pullback, and then a couple of sessions where it went fractionally higher. It went to 5.33 to 5.50. Is that 32? Yes, 32. And then pulls back 2 days, and then it goes to a slightly higher high, and that higher high was 5341.88, and that was on the 23rd of May. And now I've got myself a Chapman Wave inside track repellent zone. Really big pullback, and I'm considering that this, I typed it in here. I don't know if it's going to be accurate. I said there's a chance that we've got from that peak D instant restart within 3 sessions, it's actually 2 sessions, keep coming back to that doji candle at peak D. I've typed in here Chapman Wave unconventional flat base restart to 5209. It's a work in progress. It should take a couple of weeks. And at this particular point, the price went 4 times. Today's the 5th time, just touched the pink line, right to the Chapman Wave inside track repellent zone. And yes, it's been repelled just a little down, 22 at 5338.09 right now. But really, the 9 is still over the 14. And the MACD is flat, but still good. Stochastics flat, but very good, 89%. On balance volumes pull back. But it's a work in progress. And my sense of the analysis based on the techniques that I've developed is suggesting that if we pull back here, there's a combination of factors that need to come into play. Remember, this is the opening gambit. I'm going to take my time over this because there's no rush. What we're looking at in the S&P, down 23, I want you to see the SMH start to pull back. That's the semiconductor as well as just a tiny little pullback, down 221 and 253.71 right now. Hit a high of, is that correct? 256.72. Let me just change that. 256.72. And so far, there isn't anything really distinctive in this little pullback, other than this could be a peak F right here. The MACD strong, the relative strength index is pulling back a little bit. It's still very strong. The MACD is, as I say, it's good. The stochastic is excellent at 89%. On-balance volume is the clue that there's a pullback, but it hasn't really impacted the price just yet. So this is a work in progress, and the weekly chart, and even talking about that in the S&P, but both the weekly chart in the S&P and the SMH, the semiconductor ETF, are still very strong. So you need to see that, but you also need to see the whole picture. You want to see bonds failing to come down. The yields keep going higher. Sorry, bonds come down, yields go up, but you want to see the yields come down, and they haven't yet. So this is also a work in progress. It's saying that there is, how can I phrase it? The bias for a while now has been to see the TBT go to higher highs, you can see right here, but all within a sideways spectrum. So this is really not telling us a tremendous amount, other than to say that it is a fear. And the other fear that this all goes together, this is the little package I'm trying to put together for you here, to say that the financials had done really well up until the 20th of May, where the XLF hit 42.49. The KRE, and now it's pulling back quite sharply. There's that dreaded H, that pattern that we were looking at. Sharp pullback, then fails at a peak A or a B and goes to a lower low, which right now, the low today is 40.69. The low on the 29th was 40.70. So we've taken it out by 1 penny. So we're watching this very close. And what about this, the KRE? I have to tell you, so I've got a couple of things. I want you to talk patterns today. In the Chapman wave technique, we look at this arch formation. It's like a geometric pattern. What we're looking at is, we've seen it a couple of times, but this particular one had a low. This is the S&P Regional Banking ETF, the KRE, made an all-time high of 78.81 back in January of 2022, plummeted down to the 35-ish area. That was back in March of 2023, and it's had a decent rally up to the 50, I'd say the 53 area, but it's been struggling for months, since February. So now look at this. 45.67 was the low. That was a daily chart on the 7th of February of this year. It rallies all the way to the 50 area, comes back down, and what does it test? 45.45. It takes it out by pennies. So it starts a brand new move on the 16th of April. And what does it do? It goes to a peak E around about the 13th of May. And what is it testing right now? 45.76. Amazing. Look at this arch formation. I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians out.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
All right, so a couple of things we need to talk about just briefly as we get there. So the E-mini went right to, isn't it amazing? How does the market know about these benchmarks? Look at this. You remember I drew this in days ago, weeks ago, actually. The horizontal 5334 line. There was another one at 5297. So here we are. We come right down. We're tootling along at 5370. That was this morning at 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, made a peak E and pulls back, goes pink, and then goes green, comes down. Now look at this. It goes right to, what was the low so far today? 5334.50. What is this that we typed in over here? 5334.50. Unbelievable how that works. All right, so now you got yourself a decent bounce, but look, it's still pink. It hasn't changed to green. So this is a work in process. So I just wanted to go through that. There's a peak E underneath the 200-period moving average of 5352 in the 1-minute chart. And the closer it gets there, then the stronger the magnet goes, click, and it just grabs the price, and then it wiggles around there up and down for a little while. But 53.59 is way up there, the 200-period moving average in the 5-minute chart. And look what happened here in the, this is also interesting, look what happened in the 10-minute. You remember how I talk about these long rectangles, narrow rectangles? This was a little bit wider than usual, but at 4 o'clock yesterday, we tootle along and we get up to, between 3 and 4, we go to 53.75 in the E-mini. The low is 53.62. So that's about 12 points. And lo and behold, it holds all the way through there until it broke down right here at 5 o'clock this morning. Well, it hit that about 3 times. It was really, I was watching it at 6 o'clock. It had just taken out the 200-period moving average support, and that became resistance. And look what happened. It plummets down to 53.34. And now it's attempting the V-shaped recovery. All right, so I need just to cover that because a lot of people mentioned to me that they enjoy going through it live so that we can see what's happening. And you can see here's the 1 minute trying its best to get to the 53.52 level. I have to tell you, the Dow's down 278. The S&P is down 19. So far, this is just a process. It's not saying, oh my God, now we've got all the signs to say we're going to smash to the downside. So I was going through this and I said it's so important for the KRE, the S&P Regional Banking ETF, to at least show some signs of strength, because this is like a warning out there saying, wow, if you don't get yourself in order for the regional banks, that's going to be a big problem. So I was mentioning the perfect arch formation with the left side, right side price time match where it's bar symmetry. In other words, on the April the 16th, 45.45 gets hit. It rallies all the way to the 15th of May at a peak E at 51.75. I may as well just type that in, 51.75. 51.75. And then comes down, and we've got another few days to go to get to this low right here, 45.45. But we've already hit 45.76. We're almost there. So and here's the Chapman wave inside. You remember, I have a particular technique. I discussed it. I've given webinars on this. So we go from a particular point on the left side. In this case, it's the right side. No, it's on the left side high or the left side low. In this particular instance, I chose to use that particular high right there to get a pink dashed Chapman wave inside track, an inside wedge support line. And that takes you to the 14th. 14th of June will be Friday. So by Friday, we went until Friday to see if we test the 45.45 level. All right. And if you're looking at the monthly chart, so this is daily, let's just get out of that. I just wanted to show you another one in terms of the patterns. And this is a pattern that I've discussed in great detail, and it is in my CD book, which is almost out of print. Right here, where's S? There. So this is it. So the arch formation with other techniques, and this is shows you the symmetry of the left side gate. Doesn't matter what this is, happens to be BH from way back, and number of bars on the left equals the number of bars to almost the exact number of bars to the right. And you can use the MACD as a benchmark as well in terms of a visualization of everything. Anyway, there it is. So let me go back to the nuance that I was going for right now, and that was to say, in this particular pattern, I have another one that I'd written down. I thought I'd show you because a lot of people are looking at this stock. IoT is the symbol. This is Samsara Inc. Tracks fleets and logistics, peak F in the monthly chart. But look at this. Look at that beautiful cup formation in the daily chart. Look at that beautiful symmetry. And now look at the arch formation. So that goes from the lowest, from the low of 29.79 on the 22nd of April, using the plumb line of the 15th of May at 42.28. Wasn't the 15th of May the same thing that we were looking at before with the KRE? And it comes down and it goes in 1 bar early. 1 bar early, it goes to, on the 7th of June, it goes to 29.42. So it takes it out, number one. And number two, here's your Chapman wave inside wedge target support line. Yeah, interesting, hey? All right, so I just wanted to show you those. Now we get back to our story. And the story is that I want to do, so I discussed that. I said, so it's a work in progress. I'm not expecting everything just to come together. Not only that, when the Fed makes its decision, Marcus, you can go back. It's like full moons and all sorts of things that you want to use in terms of timing. Yes, once in a while it hits exactly to the almost a minute, and you just remark, you say, isn't that incredible? How on earth does that happen? Well, it happens. But it's the same thing when you're looking at the display of a time sequence where sometimes it misses now sometimes you can miss in time by 1 bar, but that could be a huge percentage miss because it was so volatile. But it's just remarkable that there are these techniques that give you some kind of a sense of timing, right? So I'm saying the sense of timing says that very often you can go back and you will see that it is seldom that the Fed is the ictus, is the exact turning point, the day, the hour of the turning point. I know that historically we've occasionally got it exactly right when I try not to send out a bulletin on the day of the Fed. I like one call, that's in the morning. We try to do it the best we can. And occasionally I'll send something, and I'll almost always say the next day, I could have got even a better price the next day. But it is seldom that is the very moment that the Fed. So now that I'm talking about this, let me show you something. If the Fed, let's just say whatever happens with the Fed tomorrow is the impetus for a decisive trend change to the downside, that is. Well, the Dow has already made its high on the 20th. The S&P did it 3 days ago. So the Fed is not going to do anything other than to exacerbate the movement, if it is another movement. Right now, the S&P is only down 18. So it's a work in progress. And that's what I'm trying to emphasize, that it doesn't just, one event doesn't hardly ever is the trigger for a major turn. The turn has usually occurred, and you're already in place. It just accelerates it. I'll be back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstadt's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstadt releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Folks, we're back. Dow's down 266. 7, S&P down 17, and we're looking at the E-mini. Click. Isn't that amazing how the magnet works? It hit exactly 53.51, and it's kind of stuck there for the moment. We'll see what happens next. It's going to be very important to tell what happens. 10:20, remember, now we've got a whole new session coming up for the next hour or so. AQST is Aquestive Therapeutics. Yes, that's a nice little turn from yesterday's low to today. It's up 6 cents at 2.82. But look at that pink 9-period moving average. To change that to green is going to take a bump above, probably hit 304 and then come back down, and that'll be the test. Does it stay green or does it go back to pink? But definitely that was an Eiffel Tower straight up in the weekly chart from right there. From the 23rd of Feb at 2.45, screams up to 6 was that 20 or something? Yeah, 6.23, comes all the way back. Where is it right now? Made a low this morning of 271. It hit 260 yesterday. So this is exactly where you start to find some kind of basing at the 200-period moving average. Hang around there. It's going to take a little bit to try to form some kind of a base, and that's where you'd see. But you're talking about two different things. You're talking about, if I can just find that comment that was made. I'm finding it. Oh, I just don't see it in front of me. Yeah, so as a biotech, there it is. Longer term price volume action is lining up perfectly, in my opinion. That Dan says end of 24 should see movement on anaphyllum, and that's the sublingual. This is interesting. This is EpiPen. So this is a competing product to EpiPen. Oh, that would definitely be very important. I mean, health-wise, but certainly culturally-wise, because that EpiPen is a lifesaver in many ways. Well, actually a lifesaver altogether, but in many circumstances. All right, so I like it. But looking out, this is one of your biotechs. Just look at that sharp move that up goes from the 6s back down to the 2s. I mean, that's people need. You need to be able to take some profits, hold a core position, take some profits, hold a core position, add some when you think it's appropriate. It's a whole technique, an art, and a science to do the biotech well, and Dan, you do. Congratulations. Another question came in. Let me just check this out. Could I look at Apple? Apple trading right now. It was down earlier. Then I think I saw it coming back a little bit. What is it up? Oh my, is it up? It's up 7.8. It's up 200 points. That's helping the Dow, certainly. Oh, look at that, leg C in the daily chart. And that's the reason why I say to subscribers, everything we're doing now, we've raised cash, but this has become so selective that the positions that we're long, they have to prove themselves. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to go out of my way to widen stops, anything like that. What is. And if you're taking out, we can start again. So within that context, Apple's helping the Dow. Also, it happens to have Apple is also helping it's almost like Microsoft is helping the Dow. It's helping the S&P. It's helping the NASDAQ. It's helping the XLK. So it's really important. A very nice move. And that weekly chart, well, right now we're looking at Apple at an all-time high of 201.53, 63. Trading right now 201.10. This is what's been happening. That's why to be able to short in this particular environment, you've got to do it very selectively, and you've got to be prepared to say, I'm going to take tiny little losses, because when it works, it really works. It makes up more than all the losses. But I would rather not be stuck in something just adamantly saying, oh, the market's going down, when in fact you've got this rotational bias. Without Apple right now, Apple up 7.91. I don't know what the number of points it's giving to the Dow, but the Dow has come back from minus 400 to minus 227. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. And not only that, it's in the cycle of turning down. Every time you get something that helps, it means that you've lost the impetus of the downside. You don't have that swoop. What if Apple was down 8 right now? This market would really be down. Well, it's not. And that's the way you've got to look at it. You've got to be as practical as you can in this environment. So I was also asked just a question, Basil, you're starting to talk again about the coda formation. I always talk about the coda. I talk about the coda because it's the part that comes in when we're going towards some kind of a top in the market that can give you one of those 50% declines in the S&P. So I'm always respectful of that possibility. And I always say then you want to have the IAI as kind of a benchmark. And look, this is the iShares broker-dealer is down $1.74 at 114.79. Here's your dreaded H. I just showed you the pattern. This one went to a B, and now it's a B minus because it took out the left side low. It doesn't matter where it closes. It's taken it out, and that's all you need. So this is already a leg C to the downside. So, and look at the weekly chart. Nothing to see. It looks fantastic. So you have to go one step at a time. Okay, with that said, another question came in. Where did it go? Could I look at... Oh, always question comes in about Tesla. Tesla, remember I said in a trading band, if it goes under 167, it's at 169.83 right now, down 3.95. That's going to change it. It'll be from a rectangle, it'll be like a cup formation, like a dreaded H, but a very extended one. I had this yesterday. I said, I'm just going to take it out until it's required. And there it is. So that just says, yes, we've been in a range for quite some time. And if we had to go to 185, that would be really positive. And if we go to 167 or lower, I say that's going to be a problem. Well, we haven't gone lower yet. The low is 167.75 on the 10th of May. Oh, wait a minute. 167. Let me get it over here. 167.70. 167.75. Just 6 cents away from breaking it. I think we will break it. But in the meantime, that's what I was trying to point out. And what I was pointing out is that this pattern right here, I took it away and I said, I think it'll be reinstated, but I'm not going to do that until I get signs. And what will it be? It'll be this 1-to-1 extension. I said you can get it. It's unlikely that you get it 3 times. To get it 4 times is really quite something. And that's the number of points from the high that was made, say, the week of the 21st of July, 2023, at 299, coming down to the low of the 18th, the week of the 18th of August of 212. So that distance, I said I'm only going to reinstate it if we actually see the 165s taken out. So I'm just pointing it out. I'm going to put it right back. I'll bring it back when I need it. Dow's down 220.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
All right, so now we're pushing away. Look at that 9-period moving average. Spectacular. Look at that. Cross positive right there at 10 o'clock, just 10:05, and it's still green, and the 9-period moving average is allowing the price to walk, and it should be getting a little bit tired as we move right to this 53, 56 level. But the next level, if it does this, it's going to be so important. If it can get to 53, 59, the 200-period moving average in the 5-minute chart, and that's the reason why I emphasize to subscribers that this is a work in progress. You need a whole bunch of things to be actually working to be able to, as we increase our short position today, but very tight stop. You cannot play games. And the opportunity was there. It's one of those times where I could have said, you know what, in this diverse market, maybe you should do the exact opposite. Maybe you should be going long, maybe even grab a long position in the semiconductors, because I don't have all the information that says we are done to going to the upside, but I didn't do that. And I'm just looking at this, and here we are within the pennies away from that 53, 59 level in the E-mini. But I think that it was influenced quite a bit by Apple, and now the Dow's only down 193, the S&P's down 11. So we'll see what happens here. We've raised a lot of cash. Yes, we have still long positions, but it's just, I think it's getting harder as I look at it. Some silly little stocks have been doing very well. For instance, who would have known that CODK, we don't have this. I thought about it this morning. I didn't do anything. Eastman Kodak. I mean, I remember meeting with someone who used to work at the Eastman Kodak factory up in, was it in Buffalo, I think it was. And it was just very smallish, but it wasn't such a very big place, but they had those cameras, remember the instant camera, etc. Yeah. And look at this, doing very nicely from $4.30 just beginning of May. And here it is at $5.89. Anybody know what they do? Let me see. No, I don't know. In fact, let me just make a note here. I'll say Eastman Kodak, EASTMAN. Kodak does. Eastman Kodak does. Yeah, referred to simply as Kodak, is an American public company that produces various products related to its historic basis in film photography. The company is headquartered in Rochester. Oh, it's Rochester, not Buffalo. Rochester, New York, and is incorporated in New Jersey. What does it do today? We provide industry-leading hardware, software, consumables, and services primarily to customers in commercial print, packaging, publishing, manufacturing, and entertainment. Who knew? Actually, I should have known that because I've heard this mentioned periodically. It's come up. Wow. Well, look at that. Nice chart. Look at that beautiful week of the March, sorry. March, the week of the 1st, goes from 339 to 578, and now it's made a high leg D in the weekly chart. Monthly chart is making this cup formation. Anyway, we do not have it. I just thought I'd mention it because I had no idea exactly what they did. So a couple of things came up. So I said to subscribers this morning, the action in natural gas, I've been talking about this for a little while, but we do not have it, has been very good. Now making a cup formation, trying to get back to the 200-period moving average and daily chart of 21.89 UNG. That's United States Natural Gas Fund. It went to a peak D. Now it's making the cup formation. Is it going to be a left side, right side price time match? Probably not. It's going to be a little bit longer than that. In fact, yeah, you can't go to the low right here because you already used up the number of bars, unless today was a spectacular move. So I'm going to use it two bars to the right takes you to today. So even that doesn't work. But it does mean that you've got a cup formation. Yeah, I'd maybe even go to tomorrow. But it's trying to get to a high of 21.61. That was the high of the 23rd of May. Then it dropped down to 17. I mean, those are big numbers, right? Down to the 17 area, 17.39 the 31st of May. And now it's working its way back. Gray A, gray B. Why? Because it's underneath that previous peak D. But the weekly chart for 2 weeks now, first time you've seen the 9-period moving average go green since back in October of last year when it was up in the 30s. So yes, United States Natural Gas, UNG, is doing quite nicely right now. It's got the cup formation. It's almost like the inverted dreaded H. How it handles that high that was made back on the 23rd of May is going to be very important. And I couldn't. Okay. Yeah, so it's doing very nicely for the very first time. Look, you got the 9-period weekly positive. You got the MACD positive. You got the stochastic negative, still only 68, and the on-balance volumes negative. So this is a work in progress. This is going to take a long time before it actually starts trading in the 23s on a consistent basis. But I do think on a intermediate, not just short term, because this is already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is already 9 weeks, so it's more intermediate term than shorter term. I think that support level that we drew a long time ago. Look at this. It was a time and price match. Let me talk about this. I don't talk about it very often. I had done a measured move, and then I took that measured move and I said, what if UNG starts to make, with lower lows and lower highs, not always, but mostly lower lows, definitely lower lows, in the monthly chart, I can draw a trend line, and that trend line is sacrosanct because so far it's just held so well, and it did it again for those 2-3 months. Back started in March, but definitely April, and that's where it started to turn around. But that 9-period moving average in the monthly chart is still so negative. Look how pink it is. All right, let's get to a couple of questions here. There was Eastman Kodak engages in the provision of analog and digital innovations. It operates through the following segments: traditional printing, digital printing, advanced materials, and chemicals. Yeah, I thought they still had some chemicals, and they do. Thanks, Pat. A lot of information there. So it's a viable. Yeah, Xerox did the same thing. They morphed into something completely different. Did quite a bit in transportation, and then they had a really nice rally. Xerox. Let's see where Xerox is trading right now. Yeah. So it's just been a slow progress. But I'm talking about that move from October of last year, October, November, all the way from the 12 area, goes up to 19. I mean, that was pretty good. Peak A, peak B, peak C, and then a C1, C2, and then it plummeted. So you can't tell with these oldies that are trying to morph into something new when they don't really have a new kind of product, a real innovative product. Okay, that question came in. Let me just check my notes here. Did that. Oh, uranium. RUNM. Is uranium going to be the surprise of the 2024 of this year? I thought it would be. So far, the weekly chart is saying that it still has a chance. The daily chart has been quite poor. URNM, this is the uranium miners ETF, trading at 50.83, down $1.85. Ooh, this is something to monitor. It has been pulling back. What is CCJ is the best one there. CCJ is Cameco, Let's get it there. Peak D in the daily, F/B in the weekly chart, still very strong in the weekly. Even the daily hasn't turned negative. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to be tough.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry Pesavento on Friday, June 14th and Friday, June 28th this month for his live trading sessions, where you'll sit right beside him as he trades the market live. For this month only, enter code LarryJune24 and save $50 off your first month. For all the information and to reserve your spot today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
So look at that 9-period moving average. It went green right there in the 535 area. On the E-mini, it is still green all the way through. So that's an hour and a half. That's... what am I talking about there? 9:50? Yeah, 10:50. Yeah, it's over an hour on the 1-minute chart. Very nice. And now you'll see if it gets stuck just for the moment at the 200-period moving average. But the futures are down 12 in the E-mini. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That it's a rotational market, and you can't be guaranteed that there isn't going to be one thing that just changes the trajectory intraday. Because look what happened with Apple. And the Dow is still down 192, so without Apple. So Microsoft is holding very nicely here. Just let's sum it up as we're about to hand you over to Steve Rhodes. Should be a great program as always here at TFNN. I'll be back with Tom a little later today. So we'll check out my opening call, my daily newsletter. So we've got, finally, you've got the XLF, had a really strong move up until the 20th of May, and now starting to make lower lows and lower highs. I'm not happy about that. The TLT didn't do anything there today. Look, the TLT is up 31 cents at 91.20, got repelled under the 200-period moving average, and it's got the Chapman Wave inside track repellent zone in the weekly chart. So you want to see the TBT trading right now down 20 cents, continue down. You want to see a dreaded H here. You want to see it go down to below 34. and right now it's at 35.35. So this is a work in progress as well. So I just wanted to show you some of those things. And one other thing that I want to look at as we're about to go to the end of the show, the VIX index had a rally and now it's come back down. It's up 30 cents at 13.04. Until it's trading in the 1470s and holding there or higher, there's some residual strength. We've got this rotational through sector, but even within sectors, you've got certain stocks holding the sector up. Look, NVIDIA hasn't made a new all-time high. This is since the split for 4 days. 125.39 was the high on the split, before the split, after the split, but that was the high 4 sessions ago, and it's just holding steady here.